Hello everyone, my name is Joe Barker. I'm the head teacher at Marple Hall School. I'm here to welcome you as the parents and carers of our new Year 7 cohort, the class of 2025. Now obviously we would very much have liked to invite you into school for our transition event, like we do every year as usual, but these are not usual times, and so we've had to change and adapt and do the best we can. I'm really hopeful that your sons and daughters have engaged with the transition activities that have been available online and are starting to get a feel for their new school, and that they're excited about starting in Marple Hall next year. We are very much looking forward to meeting them and getting to know them properly. Some of you might be first-time Marple Hall School parents, others may well be old hands, but either way, we hope this information in this video is useful and gives you an insight into how the school works. So, thank you very much for watching, and until we can meet properly, thank you.
Welcome to Marple Hall. I'm Gabe and I'm the current head boy.
And I'm Abby and I'm the current head girl. My advice to you is always have a positive mindset whilst at Marple Hall. This will help you get the best experience possible. There will always be people around to help, from your amazing year team to all the teaching staff. One thing I've learned throughout this pandemic is that we're all so much stronger when we work together. So come to Marple Hall with enthusiasm, a whole load of energy and an open mind, and you will achieve great things.
For me in particular, one way that helped me make friends was through the school shows. In the school shows, I learned to be myself, but I also gained the confidence to stand up on this stage. School shows also helped me to make friends that I'd never thought I'd make in other years, but they are also friends that I will never forget.
One way that I made new friends when I started secondary school was by joining the netball team. We're extremely lucky at Marple Hall to have such a vast variety of clubs and extracurricular activities after school. I highly recommend you to take every opportunity you get at Marple Hall, and you will discover strengths and talents you don't even know you have yet, as well as making new friends along the way.
On my transition day, which I remember vividly, I remember feeling so excited to meet all these new people and to get to know this big school. However, I remember feeling really nervous because this is such a big school and there was lots of people that I didn't know. However, one thing never changed from day one, and that was Marple Hall making me feel so included, and that still stays with me to this day.
When I started this school in 2015, I remember the daunting feeling of sitting in the hall for the first time with my year group. I remember being extremely nervous on my first day of secondary school, but all the teachers were extremely supportive in welcoming me and my year group and making us feel part of the team. Now I'm well aware that this year it isn't possible to do the transition from year 6 to year 7 in the normal way, but rest assured everyone at Marple Hall will do everything they can to make you feel welcome, settled and part of an amazing team.
For me, my time at Marple Hall was one of my favourite experiences and one that I look back upon fondly. Marple Hall has brought me a whole new group of friends, a new environment and a whole load of new subjects to learn. Though the school may seem so big, you seem to fit in pretty quickly. Marple Hall has influenced the person I am and it's changed me to be the better person that I am today.
I've thoroughly enjoyed my time at this school, from making friends back in year 7 to starting to be part of the leadership team in year 9. I found that throughout each year there have been so many opportunities to be had, like being a form representative, having the excitement of Spark Day and being a Marple Hall student leader. Without the support of the staff over these past 5 years, I would not have ended up with the role I have of being head girl. We want to wish you the best of luck in your next 5 years at Marple Hall. There may be a few roller coasters along the way, but there'll always be someone there to help you get back on track.
Enjoy your time making new friends, experiencing new things and embracing the Marple Hall spirit. Good luck.
Hi Year 6 parents, or Year 6, or whoever really ends up watching this. I'm Ben and I'm Year 8 at Marple Hall, and I just want to start by saying that moving up to high school is nothing to worry about, because when I moved up I had loads of worries and it was tearing me apart, but by the end of my first week I was just laughing at myself because I just drove myself insane over nothing, because not once have I ever felt unsafe here. And friends is another big thing. I was worrying that I would not make any friends and I'd lose all my others and I'd just be lonely, but that is not the case, I've learnt, because there's so many people here that you're going to find people that have the same dreams as you and do the same things in their free time, so you're going to find more friends, and even if you don't keep your old friends, you will find people you can rely on. And in my case, I have kept a lot of my old friends, and through social media I can keep in contact with the ones that don't even go to my school. And if you do have any worries that, like, I know one of mine was like just being bullied, for instance. If that ever happens, there are pastoral managers and heads of years, all 5 of them, year 7, 8, 9 and 10 and 11. Even if you only have one, there's 5 of them in the school and they're all here to keep you safe. So if you have any worries, you're gonna find someone to talk to, even if it's just older students, because we've all been you and we all know what it's like, so we're all here to help. So I hope what I've just said will calm you down, and just there's nothing to worry about moving up to high school. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Eva, and firstly I think I'd just like to say welcome to Marple Hall, because it's going to be so lovely having a new group of people in our community. I'm going into my 3rd year, but it's really not hard to remember when I was getting ready, like you, for my first. And I know that it can seem scary starting in a whole new big building with a whole new big group of people, but from what I've been through, I can assure you that there's nothing to be worried about. It's really easy to find a friendly face in students or in teachers, and you might know something about your head of year and pastoral manager, but their job is to make sure that you're happy and comfortable here. So even if you do have a problem or a worry or just a question, then they are here to help along with your form tutor. We also have a whole range of clubs and teams and leadership opportunities, so that whatever you like, if you want to be a form rep, if you're interested in drama, football, anything, there will be something that you can get involved in if you'd like. We also pride ourselves on being very inclusive and hardworking. That's definitely shown with Mr. Barker's 2025 plan, and you guys are a really big part of that, because you are the 1st year group who will be here in 2025 when you're in year 11. So hopefully you can help us in being the best school in the country by then. I'm sure you will. So I hope that I've offered some reassurance, because I know that you'll settle in soon and that you'll make wonderful memories and experiences here. So I hope you have a really good summer, and I look forward to seeing you in September.
To benefit us and make us better people.
To help us develop skills that are really important to us in life.
It brings us closer as a community and sets the standards for students as well as staff.
It is the way that everyone should live by, being organised, keeping going, to be kind to others and being true to ourselves and enthusiastic.
To help us be good people.
To give us good education that's not just about work.
It's what we believe is important if you're coming to our school.
It gets people involved in lessons, it makes us remember not to give up.
It makes me understand what I need to do and how I should be in school.
The student whose attendance is improving.
The student who is getting fewer readiness sanctions than last half term.
The student who is starting to ask their teachers if they don't understand.
The student who smiles at others.
The receptionist who reassures a worried parent when they arrive at school for a meeting.
The student who showed a new student to the music room.
The student who picked up litter in the canteen.
The students who helped an old lady out in the community when she fell.
The student who really didn't feel confident doing a presentation to the class but took herself out of her comfort zone and did it and was then rightly proud of it.
It gives us a shared sense of purpose as we are all aiming for the same thing.
The MHS qualities will serve us well throughout our lives, both professionally, in our careers and in our personal relationships.
It instills a good working practice and sets a clear ethos for us all.
It breeds community cohesion and wipes out negativity.
It brings out the best in people.
Hi everyone, my name's Claire Gregory. I'm one of the deputy heads here at Marple Hall School. Feels a little bit odd right now because I'm usually used to speaking to a room full of parents, but the hall that I'm addressing is absolutely empty, so I'm just going to pretend that you're all here with me. Today I'm going to talk to you about a really important thing at Marple Hall School, which is working together between home and school. We firmly believe that a home-school partnership is absolutely imperative for your children and our students to flourish here at Marple Hall School. So we ask that home works with us in every situation, and that might be sharing information that perhaps we don't know, contacting us if there's an issue or something that needs resolving, because we want to iron out any issues that happen along the way. And there will be issues over the 5 years, there's no doubt about that. But the important thing is that we work together to address any issues and to make sure that your child or children can do as well as they can here and as well as they are able to. And so working together between home and school is really important. And to that end, I want to talk about 3 things that we believe are really important at Marple Hall School and that we would ask you to support us with. So the first thing is punctuality. It's really vital that students come to school on time and that they are ready to learn. If they come any later than 8:35 and they miss out on their form time, they'll be a little bit anxious and a little bit stressed, and we don't want that. And so we want to get them into good habits. So if they are cycling or walking or getting a lift to school or getting the bus, they need to be up in good time in order to make sure that they can be here on time, they don't miss their transport. Ways in which you can help with that would be making sure that they are just ready to go in the morning. So, for example, a good idea would be to pack their bags the night before, for the students obviously to pack their bags the night before. It might be that parents want to help them for the first couple of weeks and make sure that they've got everything until they learn how to do it properly themselves, but this should be something that they're able to do independently fairly quickly. Another thing they could do to ensure punctuality is to make sure that they get their uniform out, say the night before, or they know where that left shoe is, for example, so they're not running around the house trying to find it in the morning, and they can just get up, have some good breakfast, and leave the house with the bag all packed and the correct uniform on. So we do ask parents to work with us and make sure that students are here on time. As well as being here on time, we expect them to be at their lessons on time. So with them moving from building to building, obviously that does take time, but they need to keep up with the rest of the class. Sometimes students get a little bit worried because what if I get lost or something like that? And that's absolutely fine. Generally, they'll be going in the same direction as their peers and their classmates. But if they do get a little bit lost, and no one's going to tell them off for that in the first few weeks at all, they just need to ask any adult around the school or an older student, and they will direct them to where they need to go. So please bear that in mind. And then after break and after lunch, we have the warning bell, which is when the students should start walking to their class to make sure that they are there for the second bell when the lesson actually starts. The second important thing at Marple Hall School that we can work together on is regarding uniform. We expect our students to be proud to be part of Marple Hall School and to wear that uniform with pride. And what that means is making sure that they are dressed smartly in proper school shoes with black formal tailored trousers or a navy blue regulation skirt, and that their shirts are tucked in with their button done up all the way to the top, and that they've got their tie on. I know that over the Easter holidays, Mrs O'Doherty and Miss Kirkbright set the challenge, the Marple Hall Spirit Challenge, and one of the challenges was for the students to learn how to tie a tie. So it was really great to see some of those photos that you sent in for us. So I know that a lot of the students already know how to tie a tie. If your child doesn't know that yet, perhaps you could spend a little bit of time with them over the summer, checking that they know how to tie a tie and teach them how to do it. Especially useful after they've had a PE lesson and they need to take it off and put it on again. So uniform is important, and we expect students to look smart. If there's ever any issues with uniform, we will let you know straight away. And if you're worried about buying a particular pair of shoes or something like that, then it's perfectly acceptable to email the transition inbox with a photo of them and to check that something is okay. And we would ask that if you've got any doubts at all, that you do take a photo and send it into the transition inbox so that we can make sure that people aren't having to pay out twice for something, because obviously we don't want that at all. So uniform is important, our staff look smart, we expect all our students to look smart because we are all really, really proud to belong to this community, and how we dress represents that as well. And then the third thing that we ask for parental support in is with the use of mobile phones. So a lot of your children over the last couple of weeks and months will probably have had their first mobile phone. It's around that time, isn't it, that students get their first mobile phones at the end of year 6. And so I know that's a really exciting time for them, and it makes them feel really grown up. But one of the things that we have found is that mobile phones are a big distraction in school. And actually what we want in school is we want to promote students' good mental health and mental well-being, and sometimes phones can detract from that. So we want to see students having face-to-face conversations with each other and with their teachers and other staff in the school. We want to see those relationships build and flourish, and mobile phones can stop that happening. Likewise, if students are more interested in what's going on in social media or what they've missed or how many Snapchat streaks they got, then obviously they're not focused on what's going on in school. And so our rules at Marple Hall are that you can have a mobile phone on your person, but it must be switched off, and we don't want to see it and we don't want to hear it. And that's from the moment they get to the green gates at the top of school until the moment they leave through the green gates, or if they're still here at 4 o'clock for an extracurricular activity, they can use their phones after that time. If students have their phones out and we see them or hear them, even if it's accidental, then we will take them off them, we will confiscate them, we keep them safe in the school safe, and we ask parents to come and collect them, parents or any nominated adult to come and collect them. So we do keep them safe, but we don't return them to students. We've been doing this for over a year now, and it's been really successful, and the students themselves actually have welcomed it, and they've welcomed the fact that we've taken that pressure off them. So we ask you to speak to your child about mobile phones to make sure they understand the importance of keeping it switched off and out of sight during the school day. So 3 things there that are really important: punctuality, uniform and mobile phones.
Well, hello then. Hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour. We're sorry it's not like the real thing,
but we're hoping it'll give you an idea of how to get around the school when you do start.
So we're very excited to meet you all, and we can't wait for that day when we all start and we get to see you. Thanks very much.
See you soon.
Bye.